Hello. This is Gladys from 15.aa. The voices you will hear are all AI generated from the website 15.aa linked in the description. The original script for this presentation was written by MJ Elliot for Imagination Theater. Their website and Facebook page are linked in the description as well. Please go check them out and show your support. Now on to our feature presentation.
It's Murder and the Murdochs. Usually starring Cynthia Lauren Twiz.
And Annie Albert.
Tonight's episode.
Have I told you lately that I loathe you? Hey, I can hear someone moving around in there. If I'm being robbed, just leave the TV. I don't like to miss my Joe and Miko. Or if I brought you home last night, know that it was magical, but it's never going to work out with the two of us. We're just different.
Morning, honey. I made toast.
Oh God, you're still here. Dad, it's been great having you staying here, but let's face facts. It's been a weeks.
It's been precisely 10 hours, Scout.
Feels longer. What happened to the bread?
I toasted it.
Why?
It tastes better cooked.
It's already cooked. Otherwise, it would be dough. What you did was you burned it.
You are literally the first person in history to criticize toast.
Well, you wanted your son to achieve something right. Maybe there's something in the refrigerator that'll take away the burnt flavor.
There's nothing in the fridge. You never even bothered to plug it in.
Oh, you'll have to plug them in. Hey, a light comes on now. That seems wasteful. It's like no one cares as much about the environment as I do.
That reminds me, Greta Thunberg texted to say she renounces her title. The future of the world is in your hands now.
What happened to the cheese? There used to be a big old block of cheese in here.
I threw it out for obvious reasons. It was long out of date.
What are you talking about? Cheese never goes out of date. Cheese is just milk that is already way out of date.
It's times like these that I wonder why she stopped drinking when she got pregnant with you.
Well,
are we gonna argue like this every time we have breakfast?
I guess we'll never know because this is the first and last time. You can't stay here, Dad. It's not that it's inconvenient. I need you to understand that. It's just that I truly don't want you in my life.
I respect you so much for your honesty. Also, boo freaking who? I'm in your life now, deal with it.
But I don't want to.
Who pays for this apartment?
You've forgotten already. So sad watching your parents go like this. Time to put you in a home, I guess.
This is my home from now on. Which means there's going to be a few changes around here. For starters, that poster of one of the Hemsworths, with his jeans hanging down, that's got to go.
That needs to be there. It's covering a crack.
No, I can definitely see a crack.
I don't understand why you think us never seeing or talking to one another again might be detrimental to our relationship.
Let me skip to the bottom line, Scout.
Is this about the poster again?
So long as I pay for your life in New York, I am in your life. Now I can leave, but if I do, I take your accommodation, your bank balance, and your so-called detective agency.
Hey, that so-called detective agency. Ah, you got me there. It's basically just a room and a desk. I legit did not know there was even a bathroom till the weeks ago. Sure, I'll miss the folks at Starbucks, but this is way more convenient.
And you're all about convenience, Scout. You bring new meaning to the term minimum of effort.
You know, I'm glad I missed these pep talks when I was growing up.
It's too late to change what I did or didn't do for you when you were growing up.
You could maybe regret a little. I think that'd be okay.
But I'm gonna spend the rest of my life doing what I can for you, regardless of whether you want it or not. That's why I sold my profitable, successful detective agency.
About which if you just wanted to cut me a jet.
And that means doing what I think is right for you. Not what you think is right for you. We both know if I gave you the money, you'd just spend it all on phone parties or something equally ridiculous.
Well, that just goes to show how out of touch you were, Dad. Phone parties are so outdated. I literally would not waste my money on more than 2 of them, 3 maximum. Funny story. Phone party is actually where I lost my keys.
When I'm done here.
Is there any tea on it, by the way?
The old Scout will be gone and you will be a responsible, mature adult like me.
Oh, hell to the hell to the hell to the no.
That's me. Hello? Yes, you've reached the Murdoch Detective Agency.
The number for my job is your phone.
You barely have a job. No, Mr. Murdoch is not available at the moment. He's in the middle of an interrogation.
Okay, talk or your toast.
I can take the details. I'm his partner spy. No, not that source of partner.
Oh, God.
Yes, we can make that. See you in a half hour.
A half hour? What am I, the Flash?
I don't know what that means.
The Flash is a comic book character. He runs really fast. How far back do I have to go before I hit a cultural reference you recognize? Hey, how about that Gutenberg Bible?
Finish your toast and get dressed. We have an appointment.
I can't get there in 30 minutes.
You don't even know where there is yet.
I know I never got anywhere in a half hour in my whole life.
That, Scout, is because you are congenitally lazy.
Please don't bring my congenitals into the conversation.
Okay, here we go. A decaf Zimbabwe almond milk latte with cinnamon.
Yes.
And a coffee for you.
Thank you, Miss Pauling.
The barista says how's it hanging, by the way.
Oh, I'll bet she does, that dirty dog. You know what you did?
Please stop doing that. Professional detectives do not make kissy faces.
I hear Philip Marlowe did it once in the big sleep, but the editor made Chandler take it out.
I'm sorry. Which one of you should I be speaking to?
That would be me.
You can speak to me in complete confidence, Miss Pauling.
Hey, the business is the Murdoch Detective Agency, and Murdoch is the name of my name.
It's also my name, and I passed it on to you.
No, Mama passed it on to me. For some reason, you held on to it when you bailed on the two of us.
Perhaps I ought to be going.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Absolutely not. Miss Pauling, what can the Murdoch Detective Agency
Named after me.
do for you today?
I would like you if you feel you're able, that is, to prove that I exist. Oh, why'd you pinch me?
You wanted proof that you exist. Now you've got it. You're lucky I didn't use the coffee.
About the coffee, I just used my last few dollars in the whole world to buy it, so I can only pay you once you prove I'm real.
Can anyone else here see this woman?
Can you be quiet, please? I'm working on a screenplay.
Really? Me neither.
We need to get down to specifics. Who are you, Miss Pauling?
As of last night, I'm no one. Before that, I was a market analyst.
Who for?
For whom?
Who for?
Wallerson Trust.
The banker.
They did it. I don't know what they did yet, but they did it.
I have a knack for seeing patterns, trends, possible shortfalls. Don't invest in Canadian beef anytime in the next few years. Argentinian beef. That's where the money is.
So what happened last night to change all that?
I wish I knew. Honest to God, I wish I knew. But it must have been something from yesterday. Because everything went to hell first thing this morning.
I've been there.
I don't want to hear the story about the time you reeked the can again.
I mean, I am oddly proud of myself. It's not anything like that, is it?
It's not, no. Although once, no. This morning, I went out for my morning jog, stopped for a bagel. I was gone for an hour, certainly not two. I had a lot of work to do.
What was on the bagel?
Is that relevant?
Too early to tell.
We'll circle back to the bagel, maybe. You discovered something was wrong after your jog and your breakfast.
I headed back to my apartment on 77th Street, and when I got up there, I couldn't unlock the door.
Maybe you need a locksmith instead of a detective.
I wasn't done. While I was trying to get into my apartment, the door opened from the inside, and on the other side was me.
Well, I don't see the problem, Bates. You wanted to know if you existed, now there's two of you. Our work is done. Thanks for the coffee.
Slow down, Flash. When you say the person who opened the door was you, I take it you mean it was someone who looked like you.
She was maybe a few pounds lighter. Damn it. But to all intents and purposes, yeah. She styled her hair the same way I do, and she was wearing my clothes. The comfortable sweats I save for best.
Dang, that must have stank.
So I said to her, "What are you doing in my apartment?" And she said to me, "Your apartment. This is my apartment." And so I said, "Oh, who are you?" And she said, "I'm Beef Pauling." And I said, "You're Beef Pauling,
I think we can take a lot of your conversation as read, Miss Pauling. What was the outcome?
The outcome was the other Beef Pauling called the doorman, and I got thrown out.
The doorman didn't recognize you.
He's pretty new, a few months, but I don't really. I'm not the social type. I mean, New York is the perfect place to live a kind of cut-off existence. Your apartment is your very own desert island.
A desert island where you can get sushi delivered at 3 a.m.
It's the city for people who hate people, is what I'm saying.
You couldn't prove you were who you claimed to be.
All my ID was inside the apartment.
Not being the social type, your neighbors couldn't identify you.
Nope.
Friends.
Nope.
Family.
Foster parents. They died 6 years ago.
You've got to have an online presence, Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, Grindr. We're not judging.
MySpace.
MySpace, like I said, we're not judging.
I was able to find an internet cafe.
That's still a thing. I thought they went extinct like the dinosaurs or travel agents or newspapers.
I was gone. My email account, everything I ever posted. My Amazon review of my wall-mounted TV. The photos of my vacation to Guadeloupe, everything. Every bill I ever paid online. What? Every photo of every meal I ever took? Well, you get the idea.
You must have had stuff backed up on the cloud.
Not anymore. It's like I never existed. And in the unlikely event that anyone ever claims to have met me, they'll be told they misremembered. It'll be a living example of the Mandela effect.
Like that genie movie with Sinbad, which I've totally seen, by the way.
Sounds as though someone's been exceptionally thorough.
Have you ever seen something like this before?
Nothing that wasn't related to the intelligence community.
Well, I don't have anything to do with intelligence.
You took the words right out of my son's mouth.
Did you say something? I got distracted. Look, why don't we just go back to Bates' apartment, rough up a doppelganger, and get some answers?
Where to begin? For starters, Scout, doppelganger doesn't mean what you think it means. Look it up. Second, how much experience do you have roughing people up?
I never did tell you how I got out of my gym membership.
If we're gonna get Miss Pauling her life back such as it is, we need to be cautious. Go after the cause, not the effect.
I like the sound of all that except what you said about my life. Say, do you happen to know if they have a bathroom here?
I can say with 100% confidence, yes, they do.
Take your money out of UDC, even allowing for research and development. Their figures are a mess.
I heard what you said. I was there, remember?
You were there physically. I'm never completely sure how much attention you're paying at any given moment.
I give every moment as much attention as I think it deserves.
So what does UDC stand for?
Unified Drug Corporation.
You only know because it says that on the door.
Hello, do you have an appointment to see someone today?
An appointment? No. This is a sort of spur-of-the-moment thing. We were hoping to speak to someone in the management position or the company director if he or she is available.
It's he. And I'm sorry. All appointments must be made at least 2 weeks in advance. You're worse than my nail salon.
This is quite an urgent matter. I'm sorry. You don't have a name tag like everyone else.
Chet.
Hi, Chet. I'm the spy of the Murdoch Detective Agency. I'm sure you've heard of us. It would be in the best interest of the UDC to have someone with influence come talk to us right now.
As it happens, I have never heard of the Murdoch Detective Agency. And since every drug company in America is dealing with a couple hundred lawsuits at any given time, whatever issue you have with us is probably less important than you think. I recommend you make an appointment. Someone will be in touch with you, possibly.
The company director's a guy named Medic, right?
That's correct.
Is he in?
The medic is out of the country right now.
Really? Because I'm looking at the pictures on your company website on my phone right now and you're clearly him. Look, that's you?
That's him.
Why are you working reception at your own company? Is the real Chet out sick?
I don't know what to tell you. This is obviously a mistake on the part of the web designer. He used my photo instead of the medic's.
Are you sure? Because I just put your name into Google Images and wham! That's you and J-Lo on a yacht.
To be fair, a yacht is J-Lo's natural habitat.
I've heard that.
Can you leave now, please?
Look, here's one of you with Martin Scaroli.
Makes sense.
It's not me. Will you please step aside?
Bring a cartridge delivery. Why are you here?
To tell you, you need to stop coming in by the front entrance with all this. We are this close to becoming a Fortune 500 company. This is not a good look.
That's a lot of printer ink. Haven't you ever heard of the paperless office? You know, it's whatever year it is, right?
Out! Both of you! Out! Security!
All right, catch you on the flippity flop.
And you from now on, all deliveries are made at the rear of the building.
So lunch after this. I've been looking for whatever.
I told you. I wanted a closer look at those cartridges.
We just watched some guy load them into a van.
And nothing struck you as strange about that.
You mean apart from the fact that the supposedly empty cartridges are obviously heavier than the full ones he was delivering? Nah, nothing leapt out at me.
I never taught you about traffic safety, right?
You never taught me that the stove was hot either. What's your point?
So it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone if you suddenly stepped out in front of an oncoming vehicle.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have.
Your parents Teisel and Orosheim. I too more Rosai.
You better be glad that didn't come with subtitles, pal.
Sir, I am so sorry. My son has very poor coordination.
This yours.
Hard to believe, but yes, he is mine. And so is this gun. Now open your jacket and give me your gun. Very nice. Just to clarify, yes, you're being robbed, but somehow, I don't think you're gonna report it to the police. Am I right?
You have no idea of the world of pain you've gotten yourself into.
You know, that's exactly what the doctor who delivered me said. My first memory, true story.
Get in the van, honey.
You talking to me or him?
Obviously, I am talking to you.
Okay, fine. He pushes me into traffic, then he calls me honey. I'm gonna say something now.
Please don't feel you have to.
I don't want you to think that carjacking some Russian thumbbreaker isn't the coolest thing anyone's dad has ever done. But I also wanted to make it clear that my heart is racing right now and I don't think that's right. Look at this. My hand is bouncing off my chest. Look at that. That's not normal.
You'll be fine.
Is there anyone behind us? I feel like there's someone behind us.
Someone's behind us. Also, someone's in front of us. That's how traffic works. There's an alley up ahead. I'm pulling in. Come on. I want to find out what's so special about these printer cartridges.
Hey, has that always been there?
Has what always been where?
That red dot on your clothes right there. Oh, look at Murdochs that. Oh no.
Scout honey, put your hands on top of your head, right now.
I just want to make it clear I do not know this man, okay? I mean, yes, he's my dad, but he's basically a stranger to me. It's a very sad story. I'm thinking of selling the TV movie rights. I see a young Tom Holland playing me.
Weapons, Dan. These are friendlies.
I'll be damned.
This is him, the son.
This is him.
He's exactly the way you described him.
Okay, I'm at a loss for words right now. Seriously, I could go on and on about how lost for words I am.
Scout, this is Agent Sniper of the DEA.
Your dad and I go back a long way. There, you can put your hands down now, kid.
You sure about that? I keep seeing bad guys in movies warning people about making one false move and they've never figured out the difference between a false move and a genuine move. I mean, you'd hate to make a false one by mistake and wind up dead. Ask Miss Pauling, it's not great. She made a false move.
Exactly the way you described him.
Yeah, I don't think it's from my side of the family.
What does come from your side of the family, Spa? A bad habit of stealing people's vehicles at gunpoint.
Hey, this isn't the first time.
What happened in Detroit? I don't even think it's a crime there anymore.
Well, it's still a crime in New York, no matter how much of a thug the guy you rip off might be.
Excuse me, the word thug has problematic connotations. Can I suggest replacing it with your good dick?
For the love of God, put your hands down, Scout.
Fine.
Tell me, Sniper, was that no good nick as Russian as the gun I took off him? Here.
Bacala J70.
Basically their version of a 45.
You better not be getting off on all this gun talk. There's a place and time for that, nowhere and never.
Yeah, Heavy's Russian. He and Medic have been in bed together for the last 9 months.
I consider myself very open-minded and the heart wants what it wants, but Medic can do so much better. It's the same story with Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Sure, he was good in the office, but we all know he's punching above his weight in that relationship.
It's a figurative term. I mean, they're involved in a criminal conspiracy.
Together?
That is literally what conspiracy means. We've been surveilling them for some time.
That's not a word.
I promise you it is.
How many more months of surveillance would have gone by before someone finally got the guts to take the initiative? You're welcome, by the way.
It's entirely possible that you jeopardized our investigation, Spar.
Depends on what's in the van. Do you even know?
We have our theories.
Black cocaine!
What?
Black cocaine is totally a thing. You get it by mixing pure cocaine with ferret fluoride. That turns it black and makes it undetectable by sniffer dogs. That's why they move it in printer cartridges.
How much of that is true?
All of it. I googled it while you were driving.
Is that what you were doing? I thought you were taking selfies.
Obviously, I was taking selfies as well. I'm not a savage.
UDC's labs have been producing black cocaine for the Russians. That's why their figures are nuts. They include the money they're getting from the mob.
Too bad the chain of evidence has been broken in a pretty major way.
Nothing that can't be fixed.
You think?
Do you trust me?
No.
I was talking to him.
Great. You can bank my no for another time.
What do you have in mind, Spy?
They say the waiting is the hardest part.
Who says that?
You know, people.
With regard to what?
I'm getting that small talk is not your strong suit. You want to sing roll, roll, roll your boat instead.
There are a few things I would like less, apart from poking myself in the eye with an electric cattle prod.
That is so alarmingly specific. I feel like there's a story behind it. Promise me you won't ever tell it. Ready to choose an underground parking garage in the middle of the night. I've seen enough movies to know nothing bad ever happens here.
Shut up.
So we finally got to shut up, huh?
They're here.
They came in an ambulance. Is that a bad sign? It feels like a bad sign.
At least it wasn't a horse. Of course, the problem with an ambulance is that you can fit a lot of people inside.
You don't really need me here for this, right?
As promised, here we are.
Hey, Chet, how's it going?
I think we can dispense of the whole Chet thing now, don't you think?
You don't look comfortable with that gun, little man.
I am not. But the safety's off and I have a lot of issues, which means pretty much anything can happen. I know if you want to take a chance.
Not particularly. You got our product.
Right here. I figured you'd want your men back, too.
Very kind. Peace, please.
Slow your roll. Heavy. There's something you have that doesn't belong to you. Miss Polling's life. She'd like it back.
Already taken care of. Tell her she can consider what happened to her a warning not to interest herself in my business affairs.
You don't mind if I don't take your word for it. Polling, it's Spy. Any progress?
I saw pictures of you at Coachella Medic. Was it awesome?
It was pretty awesome.
Well, that's fine.
Damn it, I knew it would be.
Okay, I'm satisfied the van's yours.
The product better still be in there.
Stop calling it product.
This is the DEA. They damn your weapons. You are completely surrounded.
Terrorski Chalavik.
Scout, get down!
Over here!
Get down!
We're not gonna shoot to.
No, we'll let them sort this out between themselves. Just keep your head down.
Will do. By the way, slow your roll. Seriously.
It was a cool thing to say.
If this was 1982, yeah. What the hell was that?
Medic, he's getting away.
I'll be back. You're gonna watch your son die in front of you.
Okay, that does it, Scout. Can I have the gun, honey?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh, right in the sweetmeats.
Yeah, he'll be sitting on a rubber ring at his trial.
Hey, Ned, I got a big backlog of Maury's I want to watch. I figured we could. Hey, where are you going?
Out?
Right now, I thought we reached a breakthrough after he shot that guy and the buff was saying he'd kill me.
Is that what you were saying? I couldn't hear over the gunfire.
Oh, okay. So, you look nice. What's that about?
I like to think I always look nice.
Come on, don't leave me on red. Give me some hot tea.
I don't know what that means, but if it's any of your business, I'm having dinner with Sniper.
The DA guy, see? Did you and he ever actually forget it? I prefer not to know.
Yes, we did. On multiple occasions.
Oh, I don't want to have to picture that.
Nobody's asking you to. But since you're intent on doing so, you should know it's probably going to happen again in the very near future.
No, that part of your life is over. Shame on you.
Don't wait upon me, honey.
Okay, just for that. The Hemsworth poster stays where it is.
You've been listening to Have I Told You Lately That I Loathe You? Written by MJ Elliot. Usually starring
Cynthia Lauren Tweez as Maxine, who was Spy.
And Annie Albert as Piper, who was Scout.
Also in the cast were
Liz McCarthy as Babe Runyon, who was Miss Pauling.
Philip Keeman as Daniel Weissman, who's Magic.
John Patrick Lowry as Waldeo as Sniper.
And Basil Harris as Offrey, who was Heavy.
The play was directed by John Patrick Lowry.
Our engineer was Joel Maddox.
This episode was originally recorded at the Jack Straw Cultural Center in Seattle. Murder in the Murdochs was created by MJ Elliot and is a copyrighted feature of Oral Vision LLC. All rights reserved. This is Gladys from 15.ai speaking.